So where are we going to be hunting tomorrow?
Up in northwestern Oklahoma, the landowners gave us permission to hunt a place up there. It's all sandhills and oak trees, and we'll be hunting water tanks because it's been really dry this summer. And they said they've been seeing a lot of bucks. There's a lot of deer sign, so we should have a pretty decent hunt.
Okay. Now, what are some of the differences in my gun and your gun?
Well, yours fires the inline, fires with a percussion cap, and mine's a Flintlock.
Now, do you have a preference on either one, which is better?
Well, for me, I've shot both of them, and I've owned all of them, both several different types of ignitions like that. And for me, personally, the Flintlock is better. I find it's more reliable for me.
Okay.
But it depends on the individual.
All right. Just seems to me like a newer one would be better.
Well, really, yours looks new because it has a modern style stock. But that style of gun was around 200 years ago.
Okay.
It just never really caught on and stayed with them.
So this has been around a while.
It's been around a long time. They had inline flintlocks 200 years ago.
Now, how old is your gun?
Actually, it's about 10 years old, but it's a copy of a 1830 Lancaster rifle.
Okay.
So really, they're both new guns.
Well, I'm loaded, so do you want me to go and shoot first?
Sure, but you want to try shooting more of a hunting situation this time and shoot offhand?
Okay. Now, what is offhand?
You need to be able to stand up and hold your gun and shoot it because you can't always find a rest.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
Actually, I prefer shooting that way. My gun doesn't shoot good off a rest. I've got a strange barrel configuration, and it's built for offhand shooting.
No, why is that? Just because
it's just it's a really heavy barrel for an odd caliber size, and it just doesn't like a rest for some reason. I've never been able to get it to shoot right, but I can shoot it offhand really good.
Okay.
Normally. And when you shoot offhand,
yeah,
what I like to do is get my heel, my ankle bone, across my toe, straight at my target.
Okay.
And have your left arm straight up. If you hold out on the forearm, it's a lot less stable, and I find I'm more stable if my elbow is straight up.
All right.
Good shot, right in the black.
All right, thanks. Do you want to go now?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay. Here's the glasses.
Thank you.
And I'll spot for you. Good shot right in the black.
Thank you. That was a good shot offhand, Adam.
Thank you.
That was your shot. You outshot me on that one.
All right.
You're a pretty good offhand shot. You need to come start shooting competition with us.
All right.
And see, like I told you, mine wouldn't pattern off a bench. That was my first shot and my second one.
Yeah.
And there's your 3.
Okay. You think mine's an offhand rifle too?
Well, it shot good off the bench too.
Yeah.
It's good all around.
Okay.
And I think we can get a deer.
All right.
The wind's laid a little bit, but I don't think it's going to hurt us because it's still steady out of the south. So I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
All right.
We'll go ahead and get reprimed.
Okay.
Get set. capped? Okay, we're ready. We need a deer for you now. I've been sitting watching that and never saw him, and then looked back and there he was. He's right. He's about 75 yards out from me. Okay. He's looked this way and still hadn't seen us, so we got a pretty good blind if a coyote missed us. Is his tail gone, or am I seeing things? He doesn't have a tail. I've never seen one without a tail before.
Got a little bro.
I started thinking it was a cow dog when I noticed he didn't have a tail. Have you seen coyotes out before when you've been out?
One time.
You got to see 2 today. And that's about the distance you've been practicing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a deer's bigger than that, so be no problem for you.
Yeah.
If he comes on in, don't forget you have to back off that knurled nut. But we don't want to move.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't want to look directly at them because I think they can kind of feel it.
Alright.
That's just my personal opinion, but I think they can feel it sometimes, so it's better. I don't like to look directly at them. That's a nice buck, too. Just don't move till he gets down to the water.
Okay.
And when he does, wait till he's drinking and move real easy. If he comes this way, at least got to see a nice one.
Yeah.
Remember, take a couple of deep breaths.
He has to come around this side of the fence, right?
He's going to have to come around that fence. I hope he goes to the west of it instead of the east. That's a nice buck, though.
Yeah.
Don't want to risk shooting through that fence panel. Might turn your bullet and wound him. Don't want to do that. Figured out yet how many points he has? It's as big as his horns are coming up. You can't even see him now. That's really strange about them. Even when they've got a big rack on their head, sometimes you can't see it. I think he showed up about 5 o'clock. He's been there for a little while. Had he been there very long before I saw him?
No, just about 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't sure what it was.
Oh. Did he just appear out in nowhere?
Yeah. Yeah, and he was like in between those 2 cedars right there.
Yeah.
And then he put his head back down and I couldn't see him anymore. So I didn't know what it was, so I walked back over here and then you said, there he is. He was just standing up.
Oh. Is your heart thumping pretty bad? It is? Take a couple of deep breaths. This is good. You get to watch him for a while. There's another one right there. There's 2 of them right behind us. One was about 40 yards when she took off. She thinks something's wrong, but she's not sure. Just don't move, because we don't want to upset her at this time of day, because she could spook anything coming in now. There's still a good breeze blowing from her to us, so I think we're okay as long as we don't move.
Okay. What if it shifts to blow towards us?
I mean, from us to her.
Yeah.
If she gets wind of it, she'll take off. But as steady as it is, I don't think it's going to switch.
Okay. Boy, when that deer stops moving, it sure does blend in with all that grass out there.
Yeah, that's part of the natural camouflage we were talking about a while ago. What's amazing is they blend in so well standing out in the open like that.
She blends in right in with that grass.
She's looking at us.
Now she's down there drinking on that water, and she keeps on looking up like she sees something.
Well, she may. I'm not really sure. She seems really spooky right now, and it'd be really easy to scare her off. So we need to stay extra still.
Okay. Now, why is it that she's walking so funny like that?
It's kind of a posturing thing, and really she's not really comfortable here. She might think something's up, but she's not really sure. If she was sure something was up, she'd be gone already. But
So
she's just kind of nervous right now.
So she kind of knows that we're here, maybe?
Maybe. But we'll probably be okay with the wind, and she hasn't really seen us yet.
Okay.
The wind's still blowing from her to us, and as long as it does that, she'll probably stay in front of us till dark. And the good thing about that, as long as she's out there, she may pull a buck in for one of us, for you.
Okay. I see one.
Where at?
Just about 20 yards behind the doe.
Okay, I see the horns adds a buck. He's a little smaller than the other one. This is why I told you we needed to be still, because this last little bit before dark is the magic time when you usually see them.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that cattle panel between us, of course, if it wasn't for that, you could have shot at the big one a while ago. See how much closer she is than he is, and look how much bigger he looks. That may be a yearling doe. I think they said their yearlings up here were pretty good size.
Oh, there's another one right over there.
Yeah, there is.
See the white on its neck?
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
There it goes. I think something scared it.
That doe and the one that's been blowing at us, I think, are the ones that come up behind us a while ago. They're those quail again, Adam. We have to be still with them too. If we flush them, they'll spook our deer out.
Okay, they have pretty good eyesight too.
Yeah, they spot movement pretty good. And you got to see a pretty good show today for your first deer hunt, for your first day deer hunting.
Yeah, I had lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate it.
It's really neat helping somebody else get started. I'd rather do that as just go by myself anymore.
Yeah. Well, I had lots of fun looking at all the different stuff we saw, like the quail.
You know, the coyote with no tail, you don't see a lot of those.
Yeah, that was neat.
Could you tell anything about the horns on that little buck before it started getting darker?
No, I couldn't tell anything about that one at all.
He came around the corner. He's walking towards the pond.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay, you need to be getting ready. If he stops right there beside the pond, just take a deep breath, let a little bit of it out, hold on his shoulder, and just squeeze the trigger.
I really can't see him all that good. I can't even hardly see him at all.
He's not stopping either. We need him to stop bad. You really can't see him?
There's a bush right down there in the way. I can't even see him. I can hardly see him right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a shot.
He's not stopping. We need him to stop. Can you see him at all now?
No, I can't even see him at all.
Whatever you want to do. You want me to shoot him, or can you see him to shoot?
Well, I can't see him at all. You might as well take the shot, because it's going to be a waste if you don't take the shot, because I can't even see him.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. He's looking this way. I think we got him. He's going down.
Yep.
Okay. Here he is, Adam. Here. Okay, he's down. Look here. It wasn't a 6 point, it's an 8 point.
Oh, man. Nice deer.
It's really nice. I wish it could have been you instead of me. I wish you could have seen.
Well, I didn't have a good shot, so I couldn't see him, so I'm glad you got a good shot at him instead of me wounding him.
Well, thank you. I told you you could call it.
Yeah.
And it's been a really neat day for your first deer hunt.
Yeah, seen a lot of neat stuff today.
Would have just been better if it would have been you instead of me.
We always got in the morning.
Okay. We'll get him in the morning then.
Okay.